It's going exactly where you think it is. It's 2025 in high school in Georgia. And that's about to go exactly where you think it is.
Hey guys, it's your girl Cindy. Welcome back again to another video. How are you all doing? I trust you guys are doing well. If you are new here, hi. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. A Georgia high school teacher got fired after writing a racial slur on the school board. Guys, the audacity in this video is out of this world. So I think they were doing some kind of spellings. This white teacher right here thought it was okay for him to write the N-word on the school board while the students who were white apparently were kicking and ha-haing, cheering him up. So apparently we are doing this in 2025. If a teacher who is expected to do better and know better is doing this in the classroom, while his students watching, cheering him up. Anyways, people are reacting to this and they got him fired, apparently, and people are dragging him. Check these videos out.
It's going exactly where you think it is. It's 2025 in high school in Georgia. And that's about to go exactly where you think it is.
There you go. R. R.
You got 5 seconds.
R.
3.
He said R.
Now, there's a phone number on that video. No reason to call it. The school actually acted pretty swiftly and fired the teacher who did that. Now, they failed to identify who he was, but pretty much the internet took care of that. It was assistant wrestling coach Robert Walker. And all that could be explained as far as what was going on, the only explanation given was they were playing some sort of a game. What game was this that they thought that was okay? More importantly, yeah, he's been fired. But I heard a room of what looked like mainly white male students cheering him on. This feels like a I want to be cool with the bros moment while he did that. Like he's trying to get the approval of those kids. And as one parent in an interview I saw said, I feel like now there's a bunch of kids walking around that school thinking this is okay. And it's not. They're lucky their faces weren't in that video as they were cheering, because this could follow them. And as for Mr. Walker there, I don't know what to say other than this is disgusting and disappointing, and you deserve everything that this does to your life from here on out.
Seriously, this group of white people are getting too comfortable. Too comfortable. When I see that they get fired, I also think that they get rehired in another school or company, because when they say fired, okay, this is to let the public know that he's not allowed here. But I bet you, if you go back and check, another company or another school will rehire them because they are white. And that is why when we see this type of video, we don't keep quiet. Now, if you are a white person watching this video and you think this is okay, then you are part of the problem. We want this world to be a better place. How could you, a teacher, write such thing on the board? You should be the one correcting those kids, telling them not to use certain words. But instead, you are the one doing it, and you let these kids to give you a go-ahead order to write the word. He was literally counting down. Okay. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to show you more reaction videos, and of course, I'm going to show you some random comments. Stay with me, guys, because I would love to know what you all think in the comment section. This is unacceptable. Check these videos out.
I need y'all to tune into this episode of Fuck Around and Find Out. where a Georgia teacher caught himself trying to have him a little old racial spelling bee. Anywho, it's a kiki ha ha wee wee now, huh? Well, he was being recorded and he didn't even know it. Yeah, one of the students recorded. Thank you, student. And guess what? He got who? Fired. You're fired. You're fired. Yeah, stop playing with us.
This is not surprising, but very disappointing. This is not surprising because I know that racism is still very common in some schools. A high school teacher who is supposed to set a good example for those students, writing out the N-word is just beyond inappropriate. And the fact that a student shouted the last letter while others laughed or cheered shows a lot about the kind of culture that's being allowed or even encouraged in some schools. It's just straight up racism, and it shows how deeply these issues are stuck in our schools. It makes you wonder how many times has something like this happened but wasn't caught on tape. I know they fired the teacher, but what is the school doing to fix the environment that made students think it was okay to cheer? Now that Trump is back in office, it feels like some white folks are getting more bold, saying and doing things they at least used to try to hide. Firing the teacher was the least they could do. But if there's no follow-up with anti-racism training, support for black schools around the nation, and real accountability for racism, then this is just another incident that'll get swept under the rug until the next one goes viral. This is probably being swept under the rug anyway. Not many people know about it, and it's likely being downplayed to avoid any real backlash. I didn't know about this situation until I got on TikTok. TikTok brought this situation to my attention. There has to be a change. This can't keep up.
Just a bunch of hateful and jealous people, because that's really what this is all about. But this is the reason why I'm supportive of Carmelo, because I understand that more than likely, God rest his soul, Austin was just like the rest of these kids in this very same classroom. And instead of people teaching them better, the teacher wanted to please them by writing the word on the board and then adding an R, because I'm just trying to understand and ascertain what was it that y'all was even talking about where that word needed to even come up in your classroom. And this is the hate that is being taught to younger generations. I always think back to the young girl who was smiling and smirking in a picture as a black man was hanging from the trees. And I realized that that is the one who has raised and breeded this new generation of people just like her. And that is where we're at today. In 2025, teachers are writing on the board with the hard ER.
So here are a few comments I grabbed randomly so you guys can see what people said about the video. You can pause to read, but I'm going to read out some for you. Guys, I'm going to start off by saying bravo to the guy that filmed, that video, because if he didn't, we wouldn't have known. I know that there are some schools who are predominantly white. I know that something like this do go on in those schools. But as a teacher, like I said, you're expected to know better and do better. Doing this in 2025, how beautiful is that? How wonderful is that? Now, I have this question, that I want to ask, okay? Because I want to know what they were discussing that made the white teacher to write the N-word on the board. Were you guys discussing about a certain group of people? Like, was that the subject of the day? I just want to know. Because if you are in school, you are literally there to learn and not to write racial slurs on the board. I'm just asking because I'm curious. I just want to know. Again, were they discussing about a certain group of people? So someone in the comment section did mention that everyone in that classroom that cheered the teacher up should be held accountable. Because as a student, if you see something that you're not comfortable with, you should report, right? If you see your teacher doing something that is not right, you should report. So if you didn't report and you are laughing, kiki-ha-haing, it means you are in support of what the teacher is doing. So everyone in that room, because they are all adults, they are all grown, they obviously know what that word means because probably they say it in their house. So they should be held accountable. So this is one of the reasons why, the people that are not white, choose not to put their kids in a predominantly white schools, because this is what they see. This is literally what they see. How is this good? Again, how is this wonderful? Wow. Anyways, you guys, I thought to make this video. Let me know what you all think in the comment section, because this is not wonderful. This is not good at all. I thought to share this video with you so you guys will see and know what is happening around you. For you all to see that racism is very much alive. Yes. Let me know what you all think again in the comments, and thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and of course, come back for another one. I'm gonna see you all in my next video. You all have a wonderful day. Bye.